Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a sneaker video. I guess my first sneaker video ever. I am in no way a sneakerhead, but I definitely like collecting classic, neutral, versatile sneakers. So I'm going to be walking you through my collection of favorites. I definitely have a couple in my closet that I haven't let go of yet, but I don't wear it too often. But these are definitely my go-tos. I have 8 pairs. I have 3 high tops and 5 low tops. I personally wear a lot more low tops in the summer just because I find it a little bit more flattering for my legs. But in the winter, when I'm wearing longer pants and crop pants, I think that high tops look really good with the pant just sitting right above it. So yeah, we're gonna walk through them and talk a little bit about why I love them so much. So hopefully you find that helpful if you're in search of some new sneakers. All right, so first up are my trusty Common Projects. These are the ones I've had the longest in the collection of 8 that I'm going to show you today. I have worn these as rain boots, as winter boots for I think almost 5 years I've had them. Keep in mind I have sprayed them with a winter boot spray. So it's like an all-weather spray that protects it from stains and water and the weather. And they have lasted a very long time. I'm still wearing them. I still think I'm gonna get another couple years, if not over 5 years worth of them. One of the things that I love about these is that they are a little bit more narrow. I do have narrow feet, so my sneaker choices might be a little bit more catered towards someone with a narrow foot. I like the look of a sleeker, narrow sneaker. That's why I didn't like the whole dad shoe trend. It just really irked me and I didn't think it was attractive at all. But the pros of these ones is that it does have a zipper at the back, which I find super helpful, especially when it comes to high top sneakers. There's nothing that I find more annoying than having to do them up and down, which is why I probably only have 3 high tops versus 5 low tops. I just find them easier to slip on and off. Common Projects is a luxury sneaker brand, keep in mind, so they are pricier, but I definitely think that they're worth the money if you have it in your funds, or save up for it if you aren't a big sneaker person but just want one good pair in your closet. Definitely recommend Common Projects. I have been wanting to add the black version to these ones in a while, but I haven't personally found my own size, but just wanted to show it to you, to introduce you to the brand, so you guys can keep in mind if you do really like these. I think that they are so worth it. As you can see, they're pretty much in good condition with how much I've worn them and what I put them through. So they're definitely a favorite pair of mine, and I think they look great with literally everything. And for these, I have a size 37. 37 is pretty much my true shoe size. My boot size is a 38 though. So if you're thinking these might fit like a boot, I'd say size down, because my normal size is a 38 for boots. But sneakers, 37 is pretty bang on. And next up are Converse. I feel like most people have Converse in their closet. I personally like high top Converse better. I've had low top Converse for I think a couple years, but I ended up not really wearing them too much because of how my foot is shaped. I find that the low top ones cut the back of my ankle, just how much they come in and how straight the back of my heel is. They never work out. And I just like the shape of the high top Converse better, because Converse, as you can see, they have quite a dramatic tongue and toe area, and I find that having that extended lace-up section really makes them look a little bit cooler. So I used to have the white ones that I had for years and years and years. They finally got a hole in the sole, so I ended up getting a black version because I already had the white Common Project, so I wanted a black high top sneaker. I like to equate black high tops to black booties, but just super casual. These ones I like to use to dress down suits or dresses, I like to have these because they are such a classic and such a retro piece that you can throw into any outfit, just to add that hint of vintageness and casualness that I like to add it to my outfits. For sizing, I'm wearing a women's 7 in these, men's 5. So I would say size down half a size. I'm usually a 7, 7.5, and these ones aren't small at all. They fit perfect to me, so I'd say size true to size, if not half a size down. And my newest sneakers are the Nike Blazers, and I got them in the classic black and white colorway. They have a lot of cute ones. There's like one with a really nice like olive green that I was considering, but because I know that I want these for a long time, I just stuck with the classic color. And like if I really love them that much, I can add like a funkier colorway later on. So these ones are probably one of the more popular sneakers of this year. They have definitely made a resurgence and you see them on men and women. And I think the reason that they're so popular is just because they are so classic and they just look so cool. They are a little bit more narrow as well. I find that Nike sneakers like are wider than most sneakers, but the Nike Blazers, I think maybe because it's like a more vintage fit, because they made it in, I want to say 1977, correct me if I'm wrong, and they had more like narrow fitting sneakers back then, or that was just a style. So that's another reason why I like these so much, because they are such like a more narrow looking sneaker. This one doesn't have a zipper though, so the downfall of these is that they are quite annoying to get on and off if you don't have them like super loose on the laces. Like a style that I've seen a lot of people wear is that just like basically loosen up all the laces and just slip your foot on, and that's how you wear them. But for me, I just think that looks a little bit too chunky and undone for me, so I always do them all the way up. And again, spraying them with all season, all weather spray is a really good idea to keep them clean because they are mostly white. So for these ones I'm wearing a size 7.5. So like I said, I'm usually between a 7 and 7.5. I'd say size up on these because the back part of these, there's a little bit of a cushion. So I feel like your foot is pushed up a little bit. So your toes might get crammed if you do like go true to size. So I'd say give yourself like a half size of room. And because they are high tops, even if they're a little bit big, they won't be falling off your foot. And you can wear thicker socks in the winter for them. So there's always pros and cons with ordering a little bit bigger just in case. So next up are my second pair of common projects. I got these ones about, I want to say like 2 years after the high tops. I knew I loved the brand and I had always wanted to start with low tops, but for some reason my feet didn't fit the sizing of the Achilles style. Like I was in between sizes. One was way too big, one was too small. So it just didn't end up getting that. And then I saw these ones, which I think are called the low BBall. So they're a little bit longer in the toe. I think that they are more narrow though in the toe area, but it works for me because I have narrow feet. And the size 37, I think, yeah. So 37 fit for me and they were perfect. And I bought them right before I went to Florida many years ago, and I haven't looked back. I think that they're just so easy and they're so classic. Common projects, they're made so well. You can see from far away, you can see from up close that they are just beautiful shoes. So these ones I would say size up if you don't have narrow feet, because the toe part is a little bit skinnier and longer, but I actually like this style better than the Achilles because the shape is just a little bit more elegant. And these ones come in a bunch of different colors too. I think they have ones with different sole colors, and obviously the leather changes with different styles too. And next up are actually a pair of men's Nike sneakers. So I shop on the men's Nike site section, I guess, a lot because I do like most of the time prefer their sneakers. A lot of their sneakers are unisex anyways, but I just point out that they're men because they didn't really have too many sizes. So I like got them in the smallest men's size possible. They are, I feel like, half a size too big, but I like them so much I just kept them. So what are these? These are a size, yeah, so they're a men's 6, which I feel like is half a size, no, is a full size bigger than the Converse. Nike does tend to fit a little smaller, I think, than other brands. They are wider though, so order them half a size down because they are just a little bit longer, because they are men's shoes, but I really like them because they are such a neutral tone and they have that retro shape to them. I had gotten, I forget what these other ones are called, but essentially they are like a unisex shape that was a little bit rounder. I'll probably show it to you, I guess, like in a little screenshot here. But those ones felt were too wide for my feet, but these ones are a lot more narrow. I also really like the light blue shade in it. These ones are really light because most of the material is like a mesh. So I really like these and wanted to show it to you so that you guys don't hesitate like looking at the men's shoe section, when you're looking at sneakers, just make sure you convert properly to your right shoe size, because sometimes the men's shoes will have your size. I don't have big enough feet that it happens all the time, but when it does, it's a happy coincidence. Then there are the Everlane treads. So kind of similar to the Common Project retro vibe, vintage leather low top sneaker, but these ones are a little bit more affordable. So I think that these ones are a really great option for someone who likes the style of sneaker that I showed you as like the Common Project ones, but don't want to spend that kind of money. These ones are really good quality too. They are 100% leather. I also think that they are better for wider feet. So like the Common Project ones, especially the low BBall style I showed you, fit my feet like a glove, but again, I have narrow feet. So anyone who has, I want to say like regular to wider feet would probably find these ones more comfortable because they are like higher. As you can see, I will show you the comparison. So the Everlane ones definitely have a higher like arch area, so you probably would find it more comfortable. And then you can kind of see the toes area, it's wider up in the toe area too. So just an option. So my main reason for showing these to you would be for a more affordable option and also for a like wider foot friendly option. And they actually are a little bit lighter and they are a little bit bulkier, as you can see. So they are like a little bit more of that like dad shoe, grandpa shoe style, if you guys really do like that. I think this is like a good in between. It's not screaming grandpa shoe, but like you can see that there's inspiration pulled from there. And in terms of sizing, these ones are a women's 7. With Everlane, I usually size down in my shoes, so I'd say size true to your size in sneakers or size down half a size. I'm usually a 7 in their boots. A 7 is pretty true size to my Everlane ones, but as you can see, most of my other sneakers are a 7.5 or a 7, so that is just a tip. Next up are probably one of my most frequently asked about sneakers on Instagram. These ones are the New Balance CT300s. I actually got them in Japan and haven't found them in women's sizing Canada. So hoping that I can find it when I go and get links for this video, or maybe some of you are traveling to Japan in some near future, or just look out for it when you're traveling. New Balance I find has like nicer availabilities for women outside of Canada, so regardless, they do exist. I just don't know if they have sizings for women available for Canadians. So these ones I actually got in Japan when like my feet hurt so much because we were walking so much, and I stupidly only bought like my slip-on Vans, which just like didn't have the support. My feet were sliding everywhere too, and I was getting blisters. And of course there was a New Balance store in Japan, which is very big there, and found these guys, and they were reasonably priced. They weren't too bulky, so I could probably fit them in my luggage if I needed to, but I ended up wearing these for the rest of the trip, and they're like just like the perfect black and white sneaker. If you guys can find these, highly recommend getting them. They are kind of an in-between the Common Project and the Everlane. You can see that they are very, very low profile, so again, probably better for someone with like a regular to narrow foot, but you can always loosen the laces up also. And these ones are mesh and suede, so they're not as hard as the Common Project leather ones. So I'd say width-wise, they are in between. And they are New Balance, right? So like New Balance is known for having really good like shoe support. They're similar to Nike. They're like an actual performance athletic shoe brand. And as for sizing, these are a 5.5 US men's. So similar to Nikes I just showed you, but because of the shape of these, they don't feel like half a size bigger than the Nike ones. And also New Balance I find fits like even smaller than Nikes, so I'd say size a half size up from your regular size if you're gonna get these, especially if you have wider feet. Last but not least are my newest pair. So I just picked these up during the Boxing Day sale at Essence. They are a Van Vault collection shoe, so they're not like the typical Vans that you see everywhere. I think they have basically, it's like almost like a limited edition or like a special collaboration collection for Vans, and this one is essentially a combo of like the slip-on, so you can see the slip-on on one side and your old school skate low tops for the Vans, and I just think that they're so cool. The sole is a little bit thicker, a little bit more platformy, and the sole has this like really cool grip design on it. Something to keep in mind though, these ones are definitely heavier than my Vans old school skates and my slip-ons put together, not put together, but like comparative to each of them, they are heavier because of that like extra rubber in the sole. So these ones aren't going to be like the shoes I'm gonna wear all over Japan to walk and tour the city, but these are definitely going to be more of like a stylish sneaker that I would like to throw on for like something funkier, even though they're just like a black and white sneaker. The design I find is really cool and special. It's not something that you see everyone have, and that's something that you see with Vans is like a lot of people have Vans, a lot of people have Converse, but how do you make it special? It's like sometimes you find a design that's a little bit more unique that is still a neutral color. So these ones I'm wearing in a size 7.5 and they fit me great. So hopefully you all found that helpful, walking through my 8 go-to sneakers with me. If you are looking to start your sneaker collection, I feel like any of these would be a great starting point, and they range in different price points too, so hopefully that will work for most of you. If you have any questions, of course leave them down below. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video, and of course subscribe to my channel because that means so much to me and will help me grow and make more videos. And then lastly, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm leaving that right there. You'll find me there more often than on YouTube because I'm posting stories every day and posting almost every day. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.